Honor-killing video shows plight of Syrian women. A video showing the brutal killing of a young Syrian girl by her own brother has been released online. She was killed to bring back the honor of her family. The video shows a young man, Bashar Size, holding a Kalashnikov rifle in hand, pointing it at a young girl wearing a scarf and crouching on the floor. He said, "Make sure we can see both your faces," a voice ordered him. And his friend told him off camera, say, "Go ahead, Bashar, cleanse your honor." And Bashar then proceeded to shoot multiple bullets into his sister and watched her die. This was live streamed on Facebook reportedly, and the girl had been killed after indiscreet pictures of her were posted on Facebook. Bashar is a member of the Free Syrian Army with its own police and courts, and might never be held accountable for this.
Unbelievable. He killed his own sister on live stream.
His very own sister too. Another honor killing.
Unbelievable. And they must feel so proud of themselves. Fucking monsters.
Yeah, it's awful. It's awful. I watched the video.
You watched it? Jesus.
Yeah, I did. It was very hard to watch. Very hard to watch. It was it took a long time for her to die. And he watched her, and it was awful. And all because of rumors that she had committed adultery, that she had sent these photos that weren't appropriate. And it's all because of somebody who wanted to marry her or date her, and was turned down, posted the images of her online.
Wait, so what did she do?
So one of her ex-boyfriends, or somebody who had dated her, who had these photos of her, was upset and posted these photos of her online and spread rumors that she had committed adultery. And somebody went to her house and drug her out.
Or that it was just the fucking pictures? Is that the all?
It was just pictures. Just pictures and rumors. That was it.
These people are like looking for an opportunity to fucking, like, they're just, it's not like, right, oh, it's my sister, I have to make sure this is this really what I have to do? They're like they're standing in line, like, yay, now I get to do something.
Right. Well, I mean, this is
what the hell is wrong with this is your mind and religion, people. Right.
Well, she was living in a camp that was, ran by the Turkish army, the Free Syrian Army, which is Turkish backed. It's not Turkish, I'm sorry, but it's Turkish supported. I'm
trying to find a video and decide if I should play it or not.
I wouldn't play it on live.
Okay.
No, it's very graphic.
Should we put a link later? I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, I think a link is important just to see. I mean, it's awful. I mean, this girl is completely innocent, and there's just no.
So wait,
there's no excuse for this.
No shit. Beej is asking what kind of, like, what was the photos, like, how were the photos improper? Like, what was she doing? She was showing what? Like,
the only photos that I could find had been blurred out and pixelated, but it doesn't look. I mean, they may have been suggestive, but it wasn't pornography.
Beej is saying, what happened to there have to be witnesses. I guess, like, if you have the photos, then the photos
there were witnesses. She was living in a Free Syrian Army camp. They pulled her out of the camp, and that's where her brother, who is a soldier that was trained and employed by the Free Syrian Army, and shot her right there at the direction of other Free Syrian Army soldiers.
Jesus. I mean, again, people, like, this is Islam. I mean, we go. This is not something that. I mean, again, we shit on every religion here, right? But do you see this happening, like, every week that we cover this news? Like, are we missing the Christians and the Jews and the Hindus doing this many honor killings, and I understand Hindus are doing some honor killings themselves, but to this level, like, are we seeing this coming from anywhere else other than from Islam? Like, and from so many different places. Like, this is not Pakistan, right? This is Syria, right? So,
Right.
like, what do all these places have in common? These are different places with different histories, with different back cultures. The only thing they have in common is Islam. This is Islam, okay? This is what Islam does. This is the product of Islam, okay?
Right. Yeah. By Sharia law, if you can find witnesses to say that yes, she committed adultery or yes, she did this, then he has every right to kill her according to Sharia law. Am I correct in that?
I mean, this. Okay, so there. What the purity, obsession with purity. I don't know if there is anything directly commanding this, other than, well, actually there is. There's a lot of hadiths telling you that you should be stoning adulterers, and in Islam. But the Quran itself mostly has lashing, but the hadith has support for stoning adulterers, right? But the thing is that a lot of other hadiths in Islamic hadiths has this obsession with purity culture, and the fact that a woman is so impure, and it's a shame to the whole clan of the family, the entire clan, and everybody else associated with it. That this obsession is definitely responsible for this kind of attitudes that you have towards women. Like, I get a lot of. Let me tell you how bad it is. You have to, so within the and again, this is not all Muslims, but this is enough Muslims to show that it's coming from Islam. Okay.
Okay.
The understanding is that the feeling that you have is that women are supposed to be a part. They're kind of treated like a product, a very valuable product that is supposed to meant to be pure. And the pure way is that they're the property of the father until they get married, and now the property of the husband. And anything outside of this is so extremely impure and dirty that it brings shame to the entire family and anybody that allowed it, right? But and this obsession with this purity mindset is so extreme, and you can even see it in the way people try to insult you. Like, first of all, I get death threats more from Muslims than anybody else, right? But a lot of the threats and accusations and insults that you get are not even death threats. They are rape threats, not towards you, but towards your mother, towards your sister, towards your daughter, towards your wife. And it shows you how bad, as bad as we get it. You have the female activists, especially ex-Muslim female activists. I don't. Their inbox must look very nasty, right? Because this whole, they think like because the way they think that them talking about raping. They think like the worst thing you could do to somebody, worse than killing them or worse than torturing them, is to bring impurity to female members of your family. And the only way you could cleanse this impurity is to kill that female member of your family. This is how toxic religion is. Because, natural forces are usually more powerful than social forces, right? Like, so, the things that you have, and the fact that if social force like Islam is so powerful that could make you do these things to your own daughter or to your own sister, it shows you how fucking powerful of a virus Islam is, right? That you actually watch your sister die slowly and you think there's something good happening here, that you're cleansing the family honor. Like, that's some powerful fucking messed up shit. This is one of the most toxic ideas that we're living in with today. And I think we all need to work on, defeating it and eradicating Islam from this planet. Bobby is saying, you're blaming your religion for violence. You're racist. Sarcasm, total sarcasm, my dude. Okay, thanks, Bob. Let me see what the top comments are. Mark is saying, indeed, it is really scary what people will do in the name of their God. Dale is saying, if they are not going to post the video, don't write about it. Terrible journalism is terrible. Okay. So some people,
Well,
actually, some people in the live chat, I think Conspel mentioned, don't post the video, post that shit. I think that, yeah, terrible journey. Okay, but again, we didn't write the article. Somebody else that, I don't know if you think that the Guardian should have linked to the, I don't know if we can link to this in our description. If you do you think if we in the YouTube version of this, if we link to it in the description, maybe YouTube will take our video down because this is some pretty graphic shit. I don't know if we're allowed to link
it really is.
I don't know if we're allowed to link to it. Go on.
I wanted to add on to what you were saying, and I just wanted to remind that, yeah, while Islam is the only one really practicing, in this, this stems from Judaism, from the Torah, which Islam also stems from Leviticus. I mean, all throughout Leviticus, it talks about how women are unclean for 7 days because they give birth to a girl, but 3 days if they give birth to a boy. If they're menstruating, they can't come near the temple. And you can't touch her. And it all has a double standard. It's usually women are twice as impure as a man, whether they are a child or not.
It might be coming from Judaism, but Islam has done a very much better job at spreading that toxic ideas and actually making people
and actually keeping it,
and has done a much better job at making people actually implementing it on a much larger scale. It's a more dangerous meme, right? Whatever the sources are not as dangerous. All of those are viruses, but this is a very dangerous mutation of that virus. Bobby is saying, I think Islam just exploits a natural instinct. Men have to protect their wives in the best sense. And in an evolutionary sense, it's because we don't want to raise another guy's baby. I don't think that's part of that natural instinct, because it goes against the natural instinct of protecting your wife, because you're actually killing your wife.
What are you protecting your wife from?
No, you're protecting yourself from the shame that your wife or your sister has.
Yeah, exactly. But Bobby is saying that it's an instinct that men have to protect their wives. But in Islam, the men aren't protecting their wives at all. They're protecting themselves.
Yeah, they're protecting their own honor. I think if you want to name a natural instinct that you want to refer to, that this is something Islam is taking advantage of, I think it's ego and pride that makes honor such an important thing for some people. Again, natural, we all have natural urges, but religions are memes that take advantage of some of these natural urges and makes us implement them in a way that is harmful to ourselves and everybody around us. Renzo is saying Islam is and other religions are so powerful because it appeals to humanity's strongest natural forces, the fear of death. Well, it's not just the fear of death. I think religions that have survived were the strongest memes that survived because they were the most efficient at taking advantage of our greatest fears and of our greatest desires. Not many of our greatest fears and desires, not just death.
Atheist Republic's mission is to give atheists around the world a louder voice. In order for us to be able to continue the Atheist Republic, we need your help. If we reach 100 patrons, we'll finally be able to afford all our costs. Help us get there.